Odin is another OG Final Fantasy summon and a remarkably consistent presence in the series. He's a warrior astride a wild horse, always wielding a sword, always with horns on his head and helmet, and he always has an instant death attack of some sort. Now, my Scandinavian ass has to object that Odin is pretty famously supposed to be one-eyed, and his primary weapon is a spear, which he only uses begrudgingly in Final Fantasy. And his horse, Sleipnir, has 8 legs, while in Final Fantasy his horse is at most presented with a mere 6, which, okay, horse anatomy is hard to animate, but come on, that's a downgrade. 8 legs is cool. Which is kind of my problem with Odin as a summon design. Most of the time he's just a bit too generic, a sword knight on a horse, and that, I think, is a really weak use of Odin as a mythological figure. Like, a change that's happened over time is that Odin in the recent games is conceptualized as a dark, black-armored knight on a dark horse, in contrast to his earlier conceptions where he was brighter in color. And while black-armored knights are cool, the 16 incarnation especially looks badass, this feels to me like the design is regressing towards Arthurian knight fantasies and away from actually taking inspiration from the weird, cunning, lethal, sorcerous death god that he is in his own mythology. And that's a pity, because that would be more interesting.